Yo, 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 what is going on, CoD Familia? It is your boy BN, aka Mr. Kingdom Builder, and today, oh man, do we have a special one for you. Continuing on with our top stats series from 4 kingdoms each in their respective groups that are going to be going into Season 2. We did one for Kingdoms 5 through 8 where we basically gave you an early preview of once we were able to see the alliance rankings for Kingdom 8, which basically we have to wait for that to happen unless we want to do a little bit of extra work. It makes it easier. So the idea is that we wait for that to happen for the last kingdom in each group, and then we go through and we'll give you kind of a top stat preview. And basically what that means is we'll look at the top 25 stats for respective leaderboards. And then obviously for others, it will most likely be less than that. As an example, we're not going to do top 25 servers. Why? Because we're only looking at 4 kingdoms within a group. The next one we're going to take a look at, though, however, is going to be kingdoms 9 through 12. So we will be just kind of showing you guys that. And let me just kind of give you an example, right? So if I go create new character, right, you'll see we initially did 5 through 8. Now we're going to do 9, 10, 11, 12. And most likely what will happen is that 5, 6, 7, 8 will end up going here, right, where it says New Game Plus, and it'll be SS1-0002. And then 9 through 12 will be 0003, right? And that is the assumption or the likelihood of what we're thinking will happen as far as how it'll visually look. But without further ado, let's just go ahead and we'll get right into the stats. Again, just like we did Kingdom 5 through 8, I'm going to show you all the top stats across all of the areas. And again, it should be good stuff to be getting an early indication on how these 4 kingdoms are stacking up. All right. Before we get started, as always, if you enjoy the content, make sure you sub, like, ring the notification bell. And if you want to join and be a part of our conversation, hit up the Discord. You can find a link to that in the pinned comment description right down below. All righty. Here we go. Where's my thing? Bam. Even though I thought this was technically supposed to be so weird too, because I thought this was supposed to actually be my. Wow, that's weird. It's set on screen. Oh, see, that's why. Okay, here we go. So we got to do it like this, and then bazam. Okay, look at that. Ooh, whoopsies. Forgot to write that in. Okay, there we go. So. Again, we're going to show you stats across the board, right? We're going to look at, again, we'll start with top servers or top ranked servers. We'll do alliances, personal power, personal merits, alliance merits, server merits, RSS Gathered, most Castle 25s, and then most max dragon trails. And again, right, remember that we're going to be trying to do this for each group, and then we'll also give you a just before they go into Season 2 preview. So we'll do it around a week before each of the groups go finish out their Season 1, so we can give you more of an indication on what the preview will look like, a more accurate, up-to-date preview for what it'll look like just before that transition happens, right, from Season 1 to Season 2. So, here we go. Breaking it down, right, we got, at the moment, you can see the ranks, right, this is pretty standard, right, Kingdom 9, 10, 11, 12, just in order. I should note that 12 is very close to 11 in power, right, you're looking at, 70 mil difference, give or take here. Again, the jump from 2 to 3, you're looking at 200 to 190, if you will. And then from 2 to 1, from Kingdoms 9 to 10, you're looking at almost 300 mil exact. So, and then the range from 1 to 4 here, 9 to 12. First shot of the day in, love it. We're looking at 600? No, not even. What is that, 550? Give or take, 560 maybe? Yeah. So about 560 mil, right? So it's not that big of a gap. Strongest alliance, right, in each kingdom. You can see this is pretty standard. This isn't really that different. However, what I should say is as far as top down, right? 522 down to 296. But when you look at the number 7 ranked alliance, Kingdom 12 actually has a little bit healthier of a number 7 ranked alliance, right? Also, they have the smallest gap between number 1 and number 7 ranked alliances. So again, I'm always a big fan of having small gaps because I think that just breeds more. It tends to typically go in a direction of having a little more power balance, which I just believe has a lot more positive benefits on a kingdom when it comes to long-term health and sustainability. Then let's take a look at alliances. So alliances, here we go. Right, you got top down, right? Bubble is going to be 170 mil from Kingdom 12. GI Go Indonesia. At the top, we got PG Pejuang Garuda, if I said that right. Number 2, 522 mil. From Kingdom 9, AE Aegis 497 mil from Kingdom 9, right? So top 2 alliances from Kingdom 9. Then we have from Kingdom 10, Twax King of Animals 439 mil. Top from 11 is going to be CHA Pantheon 357 mil, and then top from 12 is going to be here, right? So we're looking at number 8, we should say here. 8th ranked, and that's ITA Immortals Alliance 296 mil. Right, so if we look at this, right, we have what, 9? Let's count real quick, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So you have 6. Here, you know what? Just so we can be a little more consistent, let's do this. We'll do S, right? Okay, then we look at 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we got S10, 6. Let's look at 11. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it's 11. We have 6. That puts us at 18, I think, right? If I could do some quick math. So we should have 7 for 11. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. So there you go. Just kind of give you a little preview. Okay, personal power. Let's see who's the strongest in the land. And there are some wide gaps here. I should notate this because you got from, I mean, again, right, the 2 powerhouses from Kingdom 9, you have from AE, we got Immortal, and then from PG, another player. Again, I usually just say this player because I can't read that. I probably should attempt to translate that on Google Translate and see what that comes out to. But we got 58.7 mil, right? And also, let me bear this in mind, right? This was done from yesterday, right? So the data here was gathered within about a 4 to 5 hour window on the 22nd. So that way to kind of reduce the margin of error. Also, bear in mind, I should always say these things at the beginning, is that these are going to change, right? These numbers will change minute to minute, hour to hour, day to day. Again, right, this is just really to kind of give you an early snapshot of how the kingdom's development is looking right at the earliest onset opportunity. And then, again, the number 2 player, 48 mil from server 9, right, so 2 top. And then you have a wide gap, right, less than half, or so I should say about half, here for number 3, which is Twax Charles I from Kingdom 10 at 24.6 mil. And then you have top 11 from CHA, and then small. So that's 15 and 14 mil that we have. Where is my agua? Here. And then 13, I should say number 6, or excuse me, is this 7? Yeah, number 6, there we go, right, is ITA Crazy Steps at 13.2 mil from Kingdom 12. So within the top 6, you have 2 players from one kingdom, 2 from another, and then 1 and 1. Just how we go there. Now, if we're looking at top players across the board, let's see what we have here, right? So you're looking at, what is that? Oh, we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So you have 8 from S9, just to give you an idea. Let's look at 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so S10, we have 5. How about 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, 9, wow. And then 12. 1, 2, 3. So 3 from 12. Okay. Right. Now, if we're looking at kind of condension within the top, right? I mean, S9 has 3 out of the top 7, along with the top 2. And I would argue, the strongest 2 just because. But again, I don't know what the state is in S9. Are things looking good? Does it look like there might be some fighting when, Zone 2, Zone 3 ends up opening up? Well, who knows, right? Same thing, obviously, with the rest of the players. But this is how it looks. You can see tight pockets here, right? Essentially from 9, right? Pretty much from 6.7 up to 10 mil. And then you start getting the spread deeper, right? Within, once you get to that top 7, top 8, then it's to really start spreading. Obviously, a lot more in the top 3. Okay, let's look at personal merits. Personal merits essentially is just kind of how much PvP, how much fighting is happening right now. That could be organized fighting, could be unorganized fighting, civil wars, or organized PvE instances. But this just gives you a little lay of the land. Big jump here, S10, right, at 2.47 mil for PvP merits. Same thing, number 2 player, Twax, NBA Malin, Charles I, obviously number 1. I mean, again, these are big numbers. Then you're looking at S9. I mean, even if you just look at the board, just going top down, I mean, you can clearly see S10 overwhelming, S11 probably number 2 there, but having a lot of PvP fighting and accumulating a lot of these merits, right? So again, and then kind of looking at the bubble position here at 25, 316K. I mean, again, decent merit numbers still from S11, that's CHA small. And as you could look at, right, the 1, 2, 3, we got Immortal, number 9, 730 mil. Number 11 is KON Nikki Larson, 494 mil. And then I don't even know if there's anyone on here from S12. It's just 9, 10, 11. Essentially, there's only 2 on here from S9, right? Again, most of this is S10, second is 11, and then a couple in there for S9. Let's look at Alliance merits. So Alliance merits, right, how much PvP is your Alliance doing overall, right? So what we have on here is Twax, King of Animals. I mean, again, 17.2 mil, 0.3 mil. I mean, that is ridiculous. Then the next one, CHA Pantheon, 7.4 mil from S11. PG Peguang Garuda from server 9, 7.1 mil. And then we have 12, right? First top from Kingdom 12, which is K12 Kraton or Kraton, 3.26 or 3.3 mil that we have from them. Bubble position for alliances is at Chaos, Ordendale Chaos, 510K from Kingdom 12. So again, right, good numbers here. I mean, quite a bit of fighting now, right? And this is just kind of how the alliances themselves are stacking up, right? How much PvP is each alliance doing overall? I mean, even if you just look at this, you know, quite a bit. We're actually going to look at this a little more clearly in the next tab here, which is actually going to be the server merits. Server merits are going to be an indication of how much PvP is your kingdom doing, and then we rank that off, right? So top alliance, number 7 ranked alliance in the kingdom, and you can see here, Kingdom 10 is just, you know, again above, right? Almost double 11. They're double 9, and then 3.5 times Kingdom 12, right? I mean, they've done 32, Kingdom 10 has done 32 million plus PvP points, right, since they've been there. And if we were to go and take a look at, oops, hang on, I might have to do that on, let's do this. Let me see if I can pull this up so it's a little more clear. Bam, here we go, that's what I'm talking about. So let's go back just so I can show off the right stuff. So if we were to go to Kingdoms, right, you can see here that S10, right, again, S9 open up on the 19th, S12 to open up on the 31st. You're looking at a 12-day difference, right, between the first kingdom and then the last kingdom in that 4-kingdom group set. Kingdom 10, right, 4 days after Kingdom 9, and then you had a 6-day gap between 10 and 11, and then a 2-day gap between 11 and 12. So, I mean, I think the numbers themselves, you know, aren't too far off, right? But the fact that Kingdom 10 is doing twice the amount of PvP that 9 is, I mean, remember, without knowing the specific details about how the kingdoms are playing out right now, they could be just that. I mean, again, Kingdom 10 could indicate, hey, we're just fighting. It's just total civil war. Or, on the flip side, maybe they just unified early and they just have a lot of organized PvP, and that's how they're gaining a lot of their points, right? Sometimes the numbers don't necessarily tell the full story, even though they may indicate one way or another, or a few ways that we can look at it. Having that context and knowing exactly what's going on in those kingdoms, which is why, you know, usually at the end of the videos, I always tell people, you know, let me know in the comments down below, and we'll get to that in a moment. But this is just, I think, a nice early indication so you guys can see for yourselves. Let's look at RSS Gathered. So RSS Gathered, I love this because you guys know I always feel that this is a little bit more free-to-play friendly on this leaderboard, at least more so, even if it's maybe not that much at the end of the day. It's definitely more so than I believe the other leaderboards and fields that we touch on. So at the top, we got PG No Game No Life, one of my favorite animes. 493 mil from Kingdom 9. We got KNG Abyss, 464 mil from Kingdom 9. We have CHA Cha Archon Jr., 426 mil from Kingdom 11. Then we have the next top is going to be Twax Oma VN, 413 mil from Kingdom 10. And then, there we go, Kingdom 12. Yeah, we have ITA Sayonara. I think that's what the intent was. 286 mil that we have there from Kingdom 12. And you can see here bubble position, right, for most gathered, 273.76 mil from Kingdom 9. That's AE Bane. And again, I mean, quite a bit. I mean, you can see here, most on here are from Kingdom 9, right? Then we have, it seems like a mix between 10 and 11, and then you have like a 12 that's just thrown in there. So again, Kingdom 9 doing the most gathering. I mean, again, right, they're a couple days younger than Kingdom 10, but doing more overall gathering. I'm not sure, does that indicate potentially more activity on that front? We'd also would have to look at like that's something I need to do. So I'm going to do this next time. You guys just gave me a great idea, or I should say I gave myself a great idea from a trigger word that I just used. But I think what would be really cool is to show the number 200 player on each of these boards, respectively, right? So it kind of shows the bubble position in each kingdom. That can also give a deeper level of activity and engagement. So I'm going to incorporate that the next time I do this. Then we have most Castle 25s, which isn't that much, right? 9 and 11 have 2, 10 has 1, 12 has 1. And then we have most Max Dragon Trails, which is, again, 7 for Kingdom 9, 3 for Kingdom 12, 2 and 2 for 10 and 11, respectively. And that pretty much is it, folks, for how things look. Again, I hope you all enjoyed this kind of top stat breakdown video here for Kingdoms 9 through 12. Like I was mentioning earlier, if you're from these kingdoms, please let me know, what's going on in the kingdom. I'd love to, again, I'd love reading all the comments. I'm sure our other members of the community would love to get a little bit of an insight on what's going on. How have those kingdoms been playing out so far this early on? And, what's the lay of the land look like? What's the state of affairs? Does it look like it's a little more peaceful? Are we a little bit more in a fighting state? Does it look like we're going to go to war, Zone 2, Zone 3? Right? Just give us the 4-1-1-Z. That would be fantastic. A little play on my my baby there, if you know what I mean. Why is part of this cut off? Oh, interesting. That is so weird. Okay. I can't really tell. Does that look better? Oh, there we go. I was like, why does that look so weird for a moment? I mean, it still looks a little off-center, but... Oops, hang on, I have to do this. I'm like fixing this stuff while we're going. Okay. Okay, I think a little better. Okay, so now that we're good, thank you all for bearing with me for that one. It just totally caught me off guard. Again, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, right? Would love to hear anything and everything. That is going to be it for me. As always, until next time, I will catch you later.